What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation, coming at you from the Springfield terminal. Parked down here by the training pad right now. Just got the windshield replaced in this truck. Just need to let it sit and cure for a couple hours. And I'm just waiting for Myra to get up. She's parked a couple spots down. And then hopefully get that truck into Peterbilt and then off to the body shop to replace the damage, or to fix the damage that was done when somebody backed into her at a truck stop. So that's kind of what's going on right now. One of the best things about coming to the terminal is I always get a chance to meet them old school drivers that have been here 23 years, 15 years, you know, been with Prime for a long time and been through a bunch of different phases of the company and different market conditions. So it's always good to talk to people to give me a little bit perspective, not only in Prime but just trucking in general. And then that's offset by the people that I meet that are just coming into the industry, so I think it gives me a lot of balance. Myra just got in yesterday, so I'm letting her kind of rest up because that girl runs hard. We ride with her, but she's coming off about a 3,300 mile week. So she did very well last week. Got to thank her for that. But one of the questions that comes up a lot every time I meet some of the newer drivers is, you know, what do you do to be successful? And, you know, sometimes I think that I have the blueprint or a blueprint, because I think there's a number of different blueprints out here to become successful. But sometimes I see people that even try to do the same thing and maybe it's not working. And I don't understand, you know, obviously can't see what's going on 100% of the time. But one thing that crossed my mind yesterday, and it's kind of a mindset that my trainer instilled in me, but you know, Myra came in yesterday. She just got done running 3,300 miles. Dang, excuse me. Just got done running 3,300 miles. And it's like she is too antsy to sit. I'm like, you know what? Just sit down, relax. You know, let's run into the Millennium, get some to eat, and we can, you know, figure out how we're going to coordinate getting trucks handled and stuff like that. And she is just itching to go. And one thing I can say that I was taught by my trainer, and I don't know where she learned it from, her probably even more so than me, but it's almost like the philosophy of attacking a load. You know, my trainer used to always say, but Lyle, we don't do windows. You know, so if a load is, now sometimes there's obvious places where you just know the load's not gonna be ready, but if there's a window from, you know, 23:59 today till 23, you know, you got a day window on it, we got there. That's my philosophy. I may have to do some sitting, I may not have to do some sitting, but I'm attacking that load. I'm getting on that load as soon as possible. And I can only directly see what two trucks are doing out there. The truck I'm in and the truck that Myra's driving, and she does the same thing. Attacks loads with like almost a vengeance, you know? And I'm not sure if that's something that everybody does. You know, she's sitting in a shipper receiver and she's gaining some hours back, or maybe she's able to do a full 10 or however that works out. As soon as them hours are back, she is out running. And I don't know if that's 100% of what allows her to run the way she runs, but it definitely doesn't hurt. You know, there is a lot of luck, I think, possibly that comes into this. You know, I joked around and called myself the chosen one. And the funny thing about it is I had at least 4 people walk up to me and say something about the chosen one. So that's been pretty funny. But, you know, we could talk about hours of service and, you know, fuel economy. We could talk about a whole bunch of things that could make you successful or not, but one thing I can tell you is that mindset that you are just going to be grinding. And you know, a lot of people say stop and smell the flowers. Myra's calling now. Let me send a message. So a lot of people, damn, I lost my train of thought. You know, there's a lot of different ways, but one thing I can say is just that, oh, I know what I was trying to say. You know, I mentioned it time and time again. I really don't like driving a truck. I mean, it's a means to an end. So if I'm going to be out here, I'm going to do it with as much efficiency and passion as I can while I'm out here, because when I'm not out here, I'm not really even trying to think about it. Now, there's people that I think about, or like I might communicate with when I'm not at, you know, on the road, but I am definitely not thinking about it when I'm done. So I try to put as much effort into it while I'm out here. So I wish there was an easy way for me to say this is what you do. I mean, like I said, a lot of what I feel is successful is mindset, throw in a little bit of luck, having a good team as far as fleet manager, payroll advisor, logs advisor, things like that. But I'm not sure if I could even tell somebody how to be successful out here, because I've tried to put out what I thought was successful, and for most people it's worked, for some people it hasn't, and sometimes it seems like it's no rhyme or reason. But one other thing that I would say that is a good asset to have out here is to have assets in the bank. It makes things a lot easier. It takes your mind. You're not thinking about day-to-day money. You're not thinking about if this, you know, I could already assure you that next week I'm gonna be shit 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 in the hole, possibly. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. But 2 trucks sitting, a truck going in the shop, a windshield, a DOT inspection. I might get all batteries for this truck just because I don't wait for life to happen to me. I happen to life. So I might get all new batteries in this truck. So a lot of money going to be put out. But I'm not thinking about that next settlement statement. I'm thinking about the next few months. I think that mindset helps a lot, and it helps relax you. It helps you not have to think about what that load is. You know, one of the conversations that, you know, when I do have a chance to speak with Myra, who's driving my other truck, because she's 100% serious. She's not talking on the phone when she's driving, even with the headset, none of that stuff. But when we do talk, you know, she'll ask me, you know, well, it doesn't happen as much, but is this a good load for you? Is that a good load for you? Listen, all you got to do is just do what you want. Do what makes you happy, and everything else is going to fall into place. You know, if I was sitting here concerned about the money on an individual load or something like that, I would be micromanaging the shit out of her, or I'll be micromanaging the shit out of my truck. So that is a bit of advice that I could give. So 2 bits of advice that I just know work is attack loads with a vengeance. Almost look at it like every load that you're doing is a job application, and have enough money behind you to where individual loads, individual weeks, even individual months aren't gonna affect your view or how you operate your truck. You know, because I was just speaking to a guy, Myra spoke to him yesterday as well. Should he go lease? Should he go company? And, you know, that was my take. You know, I didn't really get into it that much, but Just have some money set aside. Takes a lot of stress off you. You ain't worried about how equitable a Christmas bonus is if that little bit of money ain't gonna change your life anyway. Or you're not gonna be tripping off of one little small ass paying load, or if you're a company driver on some 50-mile load or something like that, you're looking at a bigger picture. So anyway, that's about it. She just called me. Looks like she might be ready to get out of here and get this truck down to Peterbilt. And Lenny, if you're watching this, I know you spoke about possibly, I think you were talking about treating me out to dinner. That would be great, so I can recoup some of this on the last one that I just had. But I'll get back with you later on today and see if I have the opportunity to do that. Because like I said, I'm not sure what's going on with the other truck. But hey, I do appreciate you stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. As always, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.